Hey there! Welcome to our channel where we uncover the juiciest and most fascinating stories behind some of the world's biggest companies. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Tencent, the Chinese company that's worth more than the GDP of some small countries. But don't be fooled by the friendly penguin mascot, because Tencent is more like a giant octopus with tentacles that reach into almost every industry you can think of. Seriously, these guys do everything, but with great power comes great controversy, and Tencent has been accused of some pretty sketchy stuff. We're talking surveillance, censorship, and monopolistic business strategies that would make even the slickest Hollywood villain blush. So buckle up and get ready for an insane story of rags to riches entrepreneurship, shady dealings, and power plays that'll make your head spin. And who knows, maybe we'll even find out if Tencent is secretly plotting to take over the world. Just kidding. Or are we? Either way, let's dive in and uncover the untold history of Tencent. Are you ready? Let's go. Picture this, a giant octopus with tentacles reaching into every industry imaginable. That's Tencent. Seriously, this company has its fingers in so many pies, it's practically baking the whole bakery. From gaming to payments, social media to music, e-commerce to online education, Tencent is like the Swiss Army knife of conglomerates. And if that's not enough, it even has its own superhero movie studio. Yes, you heard that right. Tencent Pictures produces blockbuster movies like Wonder Woman, Venom, and Terminator Dark Fate. It's like they're saying, sure, we dominate industries you've never heard of, but we're also making your favorite movies. How's that for range? But what's really put Tencent on the map and on your phone is its all-in-one app, WeChat. This little penguin-themed app is basically the Swiss Army knife of apps, with everything from social media to e-commerce to banking all rolled into one. It's like the Chinese version of Siri, Alexa, and the entire App Store combined. And with over 1 billion users, it's safe to say that Tencent has a bit of a monopoly on the Chinese market. If Tencent were a person, it would be that one friend who's good at everything, but you secretly hate because they make you feel inadequate. But with great power comes great responsibility, and Tencent has faced accusations of censorship, surveillance, and anti-competitive behavior. Some say that Tencent's tentacles are suffocating the competition, and that it's not playing fair. But hey, when you're worth more than Facebook and Samsung combined, you can't please everyone. So whether you love it or hate it, one thing is clear. The Tencent octopus isn't going anywhere, and it's here to dominate almost every industry you can think of. All right, buckle up, folks, because we're about to take a wild ride through the expansive universe of Tencent's business empire. This company is like the octopus of the business world, with tentacles reaching into almost every industry you can think of. From gaming to payments to social media and beyond, Tencent has got its grubby little fingers in everything. But how did it get so damn big? Well, let me tell you, Tencent didn't become a giant overnight. It started off as a humble internet company way back in the 90s. Yes, we're going way back, before branching out into other areas like gaming and social media. And boy, did it branch out. Nowadays, Tencent owns stakes in companies like Riot Games, Epic Games, and Supercell. Basically, if you've ever played a popular video game, chances are Tencent is making bank off of it. But that's not all. Tencent also owns WeChat, the Chinese super app that's used for everything from messaging to payments to ordering food. I mean, who needs to leave the house when you've got WeChat? So how has Tencent managed to dominate so many different industries? Well, the short answer is money, honey. Tencent has invested billions of dollars into companies all around the world, giving it a massive influence in industries like gaming, social media, and entertainment. But it's not just about throwing cash around. Tencent has also been smart about building partnerships and collaborating with other companies to expand its reach. In other words, Tencent is like that kid in high school who was friends with everyone and somehow managed to become the prom king. You gotta respect the hustle. What do we really know about the mysterious founder of Tencent, Ma Huating? Is he a billionaire genius, a mastermind of the tech world, or just a regular guy who happened to get lucky? Well, let's just say that the answer is a bit of all three. Born in 1971, Ma Huating grew up in a small village in China, dreaming of one day becoming a tech entrepreneur. Fast forward a few decades, and he's now one of the richest people on the planet. with a net worth that could probably buy a small island nation. But despite his immense wealth, he's remained a relatively low-key figure, rarely giving interviews or making public appearances. So what's the secret to Ma's success? Some say it's his innate talent for coding and programming, while others credit his business savvy and strategic vision. But one thing's for sure. He's managed to steer Tencent towards dominance in a variety of industries, from gaming to social media to e-commerce. And with his finger firmly on the pulse of China's rapidly evolving tech landscape, it's clear that Ma Huateng is a force to be reckoned with. Oh, it's time for a tech showdown. In one corner, we have Microsoft, the American tech giant that brought us Windows, Office, and that paperclip guy who just wouldn't go away. And in the other corner, we have Tencent, the Chinese conglomerate that's basically taking over the world. Okay, maybe not the world, but definitely China. Get ready for the battle of the century. So what's the deal with these two tech titans? Well, for starters, they're both trying to dominate China's massive tech market, which is worth billions, if not trillions of dollars. Microsoft has been around for decades, but Tencent is a relative newcomer, having started out as a humble messaging app. But don't underestimate Tencent. This company has expanded into gaming, social media, payments, and pretty much everything else you can think of. And now they're going head-to-head with Microsoft in the battle for China's tech throne. So who's winning this battle? Well, it's hard to say for sure. Microsoft has the advantage of being an established brand with a loyal following, but Tencent has been making some serious moves in recent years. They've invested in a ton of tech startups, acquired some major companies, and even launched their own cloud computing service. It's anyone's game at this point. But one thing's for sure, this is a battle that's far from over. Oh boy. Let's talk about some juicy controversy. Have you heard about Tencent's rise to dominance? This Chinese conglomerate has expanded into a vast range of industries, from gaming to payments to social media. It's like they're playing a game of how many pies can we stick our fingers in? And the craziest part is, they've actually come to dominate each one. But with great power comes great responsibility, or at least great scrutiny. Tencent has faced accusations of monopolistic business practices due to its rapid expansion, which can be a bit of a buzzkill. But like any good player, Tencent knows how to navigate these controversies with strategic moves and deft maneuvers. It's like watching a game of chess, only with more money at stake. In the end, it's clear that Tencent is not just playing games, they're playing to win. Whether it's through shrewd acquisitions, savvy investments, or innovative products, Tencent has established itself as a force to be reckoned with in the world of tech. Oh boy, let me tell you about WeChat, the app that's taken China by storm and changed the game for social media as we know it. It's like a Swiss Army knife for your phone, with everything from messaging to mobile payments to mini-games all in one place. And the craziest part? It's not just for keeping up with your friends. People use it to order groceries, pay bills, book doctor's appointments, and even find love. Move over Tinder, there's a new matchmaker in town, but let's back up a bit. WeChat started as a simple messaging app back in 2011, but it quickly became clear that it was going to be a lot more than that. The developers at Tencent, yep, them again, saw an opportunity to create an all-in-one app that would revolutionize the way people communicate and interact with each other. And boy, did they hit the jackpot. WeChat has over 1 billion users worldwide and has become so ingrained in Chinese culture that people can't imagine life without it. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility, and WeChat has faced its fair share of controversies. Critics have accused it of being a tool for censorship and surveillance by the Chinese government, and there have been concerns about the amount of data it collects on its users. But for most people in China, WeChat is just a part of everyday life, a one-stop shop for all their digital needs. So next time you're scrolling through your phone, spare a thought for WeChat and the revolution it sparked in China's tech industry. Oh, the drama! It's like a soap opera, but instead of love triangles and secret affairs, it's tech giants vying for dominance. Tencent and TikTok are the main characters in this story, and they're both pulling out all the stops to win the hearts and minds of the masses. It's a battle for attention, and boy, is it getting intense. On one hand, we've got Tencent, the veteran of the game, They've been around since the early days of the internet, and they know how to play the game. They're like the wise old owl, patiently waiting for their moment to strike. On the other hand, we've got TikTok, the newcomer with a fresh perspective and a hunger for success. They're like the scrappy underdog, ready to take on the world. But who will come out on top? It's hard to say, but one thing's for sure. We're all in for a wild ride. Both Tencent and TikTok are constantly innovating and coming up with new ways to keep their users engaged. It's like they're trying to one-up each other every step of the way, and we're all just along for the ride. In the end, it's not just about who has the most users or the biggest budget. It's about who can capture the hearts and minds of their audience. It's about who can create that perfect mix of fun, excitement, and relevance that keeps people coming back for more. So let's sit back, relax, and watch as Tencent and TikTok battle it out for global domination. Who knows, maybe they'll even throw in a surprise twist or two. All we can do is stay tuned and enjoy the show.